A Cisco switch will function perfectly well right out of the box with no configuration required. However, it's a good idea to do a few basic configurations to personalize, secure, and optimize the device. The default host name is switch, which not only lacks imagination, but also is confusing if you have a lot of them. If you want to telnet to your switch to manage it remotely, have it participate in an SNMP system, or use the integrated HTTP server for monitoring, your switch needs an IP address and gateway address. The IP address is applied to the VLAN 1 interface, and the default gateway is a global command on a switch. Unlike a router, a switch has no physical ports that can be assigned IP addresses, so the virtual interface of VLAN 1, the management VLAN, gets the addresses. Although the Ethernet interfaces will auto-detect the duplex and speed setting on a 2960, it is usually a good idea to hard-code them when you are sure of what you are connecting to, such as a server, a switch, or a router. In CCNA land, security is an increasing concern. CCNA will not make you a security expert, but you will learn the very basics of good networking security and a little about how to apply them. Initially, your router or switch will have no passwords at all. Pressing Enter will grant you first user exec, then privileged exec access by using the enable command. The telnet lines are secured by default. They will refuse connections until they are configured with a password. The minimum security configuration would be to require a password to log into your devices. Passwords can be applied to the console port, to the VTY lines, controlling telnet and SSH access, and to the privilege exec prompt. These commands illustrate how to apply basic password security to your router or switch for the console port, user exec, VTY lines for remote user exec administration using telnet, and the privileged exec prompt. Lines that begin with an exclamation point are informational remarks and do not configure the device. These passwords will appear in your configuration file in plain text. Anyone with access to that file could read them. To encrypt your privileged exec password with an MD5 hash, use the enable secret command. You can also apply encryption to other passwords for the console, privileged exec VTY, and TTY lines, but not the enable secret password. This privileged exec password is already encrypted, using the service password encryption command.